Flicked on Rakitic, Carvajal and Ramos combined.
Just as well he gets there, because there's a frog's hair between this ball finding Carvajal and finding Piqué. Hey, look at that. Messi, the little wrecking ball plowing into Pepe there, full of intention and malice from Messi.
Oh, whipped into the spot, it's Piqué, and this one won't be stopped. He races in front.
He rises like the salmon out of the fresh summer stream, and he punishes the net. It's bad defending, and Gerard Piqué don't care, and he goes Shakira disco. A wonderful, wonderful header. Down and dirty he goes. He bounces it in like the Barnes-Wallace bomb. He defies convention. Real Madrid punished. Barcelona have been trying to punish Real Madrid downstairs, but this time they go up. Pepe tries to get close to him, and Piqué says, "I'll see you on the other side." Wonderful, peeling away like tissue on the toilet roll. Oh, Piqué, he's got a nanosecond, and it produces a terabyte of skill. He's been having a great game defensively, and in the end he says, "To hell with this MSN, I'll show them how to do it."
Messi finds a little gap, eludes Casemiro, off to Neymar. Marcelo gets his backside in the way.
Neymar just cannot find enough rainbow on that pass to take it over the top of Marcelo into even Rakitic. And the breakthrough goal coming from the bearded boy, Piqué, who sends his love way back to his little boy and Shakira. It's a wonderful header. I'm telling you, he probably knows I cannot go upstairs with this header and angle it horizontally. I've got to go down, and he bounces it V-type, and no chance even for the Costa Rica man.
Shop the greatest gear from the greatest game in the world at soccer.com. Second goal of the season for Piqué. Rakitic puts it in perfectly. And here, not quite so perfect. You said there was a goal in it, Ray. Is there a second?
Oh, I think there is, Phil. And as you say, Zidane getting his men warmed up with good skill.
Nail top of the box as it trickles through
It's
the
a great
legs.
ball.
Ronaldo against Alves. Ronaldo beaten by Piqué.
Well, credit to Cristiano. He takes on Rakitic and he goes past him. It doesn't go down easily. But then again, the cover behind Rakitic is impeccable from the Blaugrana shirts. Time and time again, whether it's Gareth or Benzema or Cristiano, after they get past the first player, Barcelona insurance policy in defence has been tremendous. Not one player above another. Is the team concept. They've all got each other's backs. And what response now from Zidane's men?
Chance for Alves, shooting a bit more than in recent years, not quite back to his Sevilla days. He'll pass it off this time. Gets from Messi with the goal. Barcelona will be a bit more patient. Lazio against Roma is not the only derby of note. The Clásico hitting Spaniard against Spaniard or against Catalan. And now it's Roma divided in two. Check out beInSports.com for details. Don't forget, little South Florida derby in an NASL debut later today. Strikers against Miami. Rakitic out wide. Here's Alves. 30 minutes to go. 23 straight unbeaten in La Liga. 39 straight unbeaten overall. Best unbeaten streak in Spanish history.
Oh, what
Busquets.
a ball from Busquets.
Suarez drops it back for Messi. Back for the Uruguayan, lifting it through, but good cover by Ramos.
Wonderful setup by Messi for Suarez, and it's an inviting volley that he ignores on the return pass to Messi. It's nowhere close, and it leads to this wonderful pickpocket again by who? By the biggest insurance policy you'll see in world football, Sergi Busquets.
Rakitic back for Kroos.
Amazing that Suarez didn't launch through that ball, Phil, after the wonderful setup by Messi.
Messi and Pepe renewing acquaintances. Bale dispossessed Alba. And here's Iniesta. That did not expect to see a full 90 from Don Andres, but he's still out there. Atletico Madrid looming around the horizon. Of course, maybe a slightly easier tilt for Real Madrid, but they will be on the road against Wolfsburg.
That may be in your mind, Phil, as a top-class analyst and commentator, but I'll tell you what, it's the furthest thing from these players' minds.
Is it the furthest from Luis Enrique, who has to field an 11?
I think so. Confidence breeds confidence, and the way his team have played here so far is going to be enriching to them, but Real Madrid will never say die.
Here comes Marcelo.
Good run. Nicely.
To the inside.
Brilliant.
Second touch. Tees up Kroos, deflected, and the overhead by Benzema slices it home to tie the game up.
Just as I said, they'll never say die. Wonderful run by the brilliant Marcelo. It's catapulted home by Big Benz beautifully, and he needs no help this time. He needs help like a shark needs a dentist, but it's all Marcelo for me. It's wonderful. He draws the Barcelona defenders in. It takes a deflection, fortunately, right here. Take a look. Jordi Alba gets the assist. He can't cut it out. It takes a bloop, and it's brilliant by Benz.
That one stays ground level. Piqué cuts it out.
Yep. But what a run. Look at the genesis of that goal again from the ex-Fluminense man.
Maybe
wonderful cutting across, inviting the challenges that weren't coming, and just forcing Marcelo wide. And that was okay. And it led to the goal.
Busquets in for Messi, chipping it in for Neymar. Navas stops it, but it wouldn't have counted anyway. Offside flag comes up.
Again, as elusive as an eel covered in Vaseline, Neymar, you cannot pick him up. It's like trying to pick up water. Wonderful jackrabbit pace. Very, very close to being offside here when the ball's played, and possibly was. And the right decision again by a few inches.
Rakitic back for Alves. Maybe Johan upstairs wanted to see a little bit more magic from this Clasico encounter. Knotted up at 1. Well, didn't see a goal for 56 minutes. We see 2 in 7.
He was never satisfied, that's for sure.
Sounding like a man who had to deal with him a few times.
Yeah, played against the great man, and something that you'll never forget. The greatest football player I ever played against, and I played against a lot of the greats. Bestie, Pelé, Beckenbauer, nobody like Cruyff.
Well, poked forward by Casemiro. Benzema battling for it, but no.
A wonderful execution, wasn't it, from Benzema? He's got to make his mind up in a nanosecond and really produced a wonderful acrobatic finish and hits it clean with malice.
Iniesta. Alba on his horse. Just got a shoe to it. A little too far for Neymar, though. Casemiro under pressure could not find Bale, who's been rather invisible in the second half, maybe through no fault of his own.
Again, the lead up for Modric, and then there comes off the back heel of Alba, who absolutely pounds into the ground at Camp Nou. You cannot blame Piqué really either, because the bloop takes it away from what he had expected to be the ball played in, and that slight deviation in the air set the table for Karim, and the Karim rises to the top again.
Inside for Iniesta. 21st goal for Benzema, tying his high water mark in Spain. Still in the race for the Pichichi. Alves looks away, finds Messi, hangs it in the air for Alba. Alba, Carvajal able to come away with it. Carvajal sees it poked away, and it's out. Time now for an AT&T sideline check. Here's Kevin Egan.
Yes, Phil, and a reminder to go to Twitter and vote on our poll. Should Luis Suarez have received a red card for the elbow on Pepe earlier in the match? Do get your vote in there. And a quick thought on the Barcelona corner goal from Piqué. The assistant coach, Luis Enrique's assistant coach, his name is Juan Carlos Unzué. He steps up in place of Luis Enrique for every set play, a free kick around the goal and also a corner. That was not an accident, that was purposely by design. Neymar came across, and when all the players were celebrating after Piqué scored the goal, Javier Mascherano ran across to Juan Carlos Unzué and congratulated him. Back to you, Phil.
Well, on the defensive side, maybe no congratulations, though, as they see the deflection up and buried. Thanks, Kevin. 1-1 the score at the Camp Nou. All level at the end of 90 if this score holds. Just one step closer towards a title. Barcelona 23-time champions. Of course, Real Madrid with a record 32. Oh! Almost to Suarez, but Pepe contorts himself.
Good cover, and then again, he cannot contain him. There's another look at that rainbow that finds the pot of gold that is called Karim Benzema. No chance for Piqué. He stretches his eyebrows to get it and just cannot get that touch that would have taken it away from Benz.
Suarez trying to force his way free. Carvajal soars over Busquets. Iniesta, an errant touch. The first of the match. Smacks that one to midfield. Bale uses his speed, draws Mascherano out of position, back to the middle. This is where Bale likes it.
They're overloaded on that left.
Gets it to Benzema, back for Bale, left foot, Perez, and he needed to put more on it. Easy for Bravo.
Yeah, needed to really step through that and sizzle that one home, but goes for the placement instead of the power. Understandably so, perhaps, but easy pickings for the Barca man. Good build-up that from Real Madrid again. Game very level. Very level. Great response from the Royal Whites, and Cristiano still to leave his fingerprints. Is this it? He's on!
Ronaldo, the flag coming up. Ronaldo.
It's a wonderful run by Cristiano. He tries to hold his horizontal run, and he waits and waits. You don't see it there, but Cristiano was running a good 15-20 yards before, and when it was in the possession of Benzema, waiting for that invitation to be presented, then he would have started his run. But again, split second off with the timing.
Chance on the turn. Suarez keeps his balance but can't keep the ball. 70th minute reached. Talked about that potential red against Suarez. There could be just as much of an argument that Sergio Ramos had 2 chances for a second yellow. So give credit to Alejandro Hernandez. He's, I guess, impartially blind. Nothing really egregious here. A good step up by Ramos, but he forgot something.
Messi trying to find the nutmegs through Sergio Ramos to find Suarez, who was still on the ground. Thought Messi was going to go solo there.
Chance for Alves against his compatriot Marcelo. Messi knocks it down. Suarez slams it down. Maybe a deflection, but it's wide of Navas's net.
And lovely little knockdown header by Messi to find Suarez. And his
left foot meets a bouncing ball, and that's a great cover by Casemiro.
Could be a corner.
Absolutely.
Barcelona 20 minutes away, even from a draw, from extending its unbeaten streak to 40, which would tie Nottingham Forest on the all-time list back in the glory days of Brian Clough. We're going to cross. Navas stays back. And Neymar saying, what did I do? By the way, all-time mark, Celtic with 62 unbeaten, but that was way back in 1915.
Nothing there.
Still historic for Barcelona, and they're not done yet.
Good run again.
Bale finding that pocket in the middle. It's Ronaldo unable to get past Alves. Arda Turan loosening up on the sideline. We wonder again, with Atletico looming, whether Iniesta's day might be done. Ronaldo sneaks it in. Bale, but on his right foot, elects to lay it off. Back to Casemiro. Would a draw keep the momentum for Madrid?
Give them a slight heartbeat, wouldn't it? But no, they need the full three if they're going to see. But their confidence in a game like this, point will be taken at the end of it all. But don't even think about a draw, because he isn't, and he is definitely not. They're coming out and really bravely taking the game to Barcelona, leaving themselves high and stretched despite the lightning that is waiting up front.
73rd minute as Turan hands over his card. Carlos Naval seems to have been on that Barcelona bench forever. Don't forget the NASL debut on beIN Sports, the South Florida Derby with ULUK Miami against the Strikers. Got beIN Sports for all the NASL news.
The Fort Lauderdale Strikers.
You guys went away to Minnesota for a while, but that was a while ago.
My great city, full mention.
We might be back in MLS play. Nice chance now for Ronaldo. Gets it back. What a tackle from the Camp Nou.
Unlucky from Benzema to find Cristiano just checking his run. It was the right pass to the right man. Unlucky. Real Madrid.
Final touch for Iniesta. Be Rakitic as well.
Head Bale on this right-hand side as well, one-on-one. Magic!
Sneaking it in, but Neymar can't control. And Marcelo just spanks it away.
Towards the dark heavens above Camp Nou here, Neymar. It just pops away from him. Wonderful play again from Lionel.
And it is Rakitic who will be coming out.
Yeah, he has poured himself into this game. Some serious work. He better hit the ground running. He has been phenomenal in this game. And applause for me, not loud enough. Tremendous performance.
Well, here comes the Turk, maybe for the final cut. But imagine this means that Iniesta will be in a supplementary role against Turan's old Atleti midweek. Has not been a glorious debut, or should we say half a debut. Turan and Vidal both having to spend half a season in mothballs.
Tackled by Toni Kroos there, and just doing enough to touch that one past Messi, away from Messi. Also would have been serious problems and consequences there. Well played, Toni Kroos.
Chance for Alves, burst of speed from Turan, but he'll cut back. Poked free nicely by Casemiro again.
Yep, Barcelona getting a little sloppy with some of their passes. Oh, tit for tat.
Talk about sloppy, quickly knotted down. Neymar, Suarez, but it was poked away. Appealing for a corner, he's not going to get it.
Again, his sharpness isn't to be debated, or even doubted for a split second. He gets away the space, and good last second intervention by Pepe. But again, that mobility by Suarez is as fresh now as it was in the first minute, causing Ramos and Pepe, all sorts of problems.
But I'm saying that part of the hardest adjustment to Barcelona is he's having to play a different game than the one he played with Atletico. He says the jobs that he used to do, there's already people that are doing that. Just trying to find what his role is. And says he'll blend in even better next year. But obviously, Luis Enrique showing faith first off the bench today.
Aye. It looked as if it was a little short.
Florentino Perez, little peek over at his Barcelona counterpart. Good on. Spinning to the inside. Chance for Alba. Esse loosening up on the Real Madrid bench, and now it looks like we might be seeing a change for the Merengues. Seems to have come off the boil just a bit with his final quarter hour. Deflected, but almost to Messi. Modric for Bale. Reaches back.
Well played.
Sends it in. Benzema tries to duplicate.
Wonderful from the Welshman.
Hurdling the challenge. Kroos gets it back. But maybe with a handball. And it looks like here will come the switch. And Benzema, the player coming out.
A different look. Different animal to contain here. As a wonderful goal scorer for Real Madrid. He brought them back into this game. Gets the kind advice from the world-class superstar that he was. Zizou. Nothing wrong with his performance tonight. Played tactically smart as well. Here's his wonderful flash of pure inspiration. No chance for anybody once it got over. He took that deflection, but he catapulted that one home.
21st goal of the season in league play for Benzema. Now, this will likely push Ronaldo higher up, more into that CR9 role.
And it'll give more pertinently, Phil, Barcelona's backline a whole different dynamic to deal with, because this man, Esse, has got speed to burn, and if he gets half of a chance, he can, we've seen, be very, very good at finishing off half chances.
No way, it looks like Esse actually in the middle as Busquets earns the whistle. Real question now is for Real Madrid, how much do they want to push for a second goal, as Barcelona looks content to bleed another game off the schedule. Messi stripped Casemiro again. Esse out wide. It's Ronaldo. Can he find the angle? Ronaldo. Oh, and what a tackle by Mascherano.
Wonderful slide across from Mascherano, and he better get this one right. Cristiano doing the right thing, trying his little dagger ball to find out Esse, who would run on the other side of him once and then changed his direction beautifully. Good ball.
Chance for Suarez outside of the boot, but he can't curl it home.
He gets closer with this one than he did when he had the open netter. Again, damning convention on the hold-up, chancing his arms. It's got a wicked angle to find and a great distance, but he nearly rattles the side netting of Keylor Navas. Good run again.
Right up the middle. Kroos lays it off. Esse keeps it moving. Here's Marcelo.
Oh,
Ronaldo on his flank. Bale screaming for it, looking for the Welshman. Oh, he sneaks it into the post, and Real Madrid, with 10 minutes left, has snatched the lead.
Well, this is a goal that has been disallowed by the this is what it looks like the referee's assistant is saying. From our angle lifetime, it looked like a perfectly good goal and beautifully engineered. Marcelo starts it, Cristiano feeds. I don't see anything wrong there. People, I'm sorry, on that angle, there's nothing wrong. That's a legitimately great goal by Gareth from this angle. And again, that's a very harsh call against the fire-breathing dragon that rises nicely. And I tell you what, I think Jordi Alba recognises that he's got a big fire-breathing dragon on his back, and he was going to go down at the least little contact. There's certainly contact made by Gareth Bale, but it's not enough to send him down.
Another collision at midfield. Play on, says the referee. Chance now for Hesse. Marcelo out wide.
Tremendous bounce back from Los Blancos. Look
back
out.
for Ronaldo. Ronaldo, and it scrapes the top of the crossbar.
Again, beautiful from Real Madrid that are picking apart Barcelona here now. A wonderful effort. And the release here is as smooth as the back of a spoon from Cristiano. He gets all his angles right like isosceles. But that is so close, and he knows it more than anybody.
Down the sidelines for another check. Brought to you by AT&T and Kevin Egan. Things getting interesting. Here for Bale, a chance now.
They are indeed, Phil Shane.
But cleared by Alba. Kevin.
They are indeed, Phil Shane, and you got to keep an eye on Zinedine Zidane. He has come to life in the second half here on the bench for Real Madrid. When the goal went in, he celebrated with his technical staff, with the substitutes, with everybody, and he seemed to be the last person inside Camp Nou that realised that the goal was disallowed. It was phenomenal viewing. Zidane clearly furious afterwards, Phil.
Thank you very much. Teodoro Sobrino, a FIFA assistant referee.
Another hellacious attempt at defending from Alba, and Gareth again so close to nutmegging Claudio Bravo and getting the go-ahead goal yet again.
Well, there will be plenty to argue about back in the nation's capital. Oh, Ramos going in strong. He already had one yellow, and now his day is done.
And again, there can be no complaining. I think he should have been off earlier, but again, it's Suarez recognizing his proximity and a lovely turn away from him, and they're arguing, this referee, but in lifetime it certainly looked as if this was a deserved second yellow. Take a look again, the spin is there and the standing leg is taken recklessly, and that is a tackle that would dehorn a caribou. No question, diving in like Bob Beamon at the Mexico Olympics, and he's in the showers.
Jordi Cruyff and the Barca president exchanging memories in the making. How much will this change things? Chipped up, met by Suarez, but he can't come around it.
And placement of the pass is down to a pixel from you-know-who, and he cannot adjust it quickly enough to get the sweet spot, but the service to him today has been, well, you cannot get any better.
6 minutes remain in regulation, Ray, and win, lose, or draw, we will learn a lot over those 6 minutes about what Zinedine Zidane has done with Real Madrid in his brief time. Seconds earlier, they're celebrating a game winner only to see it snatched away, and now they're down a man looking to hold on.
Yeah, and they're still coming on.
Carvajal with Hesse.
Good ball.
Through for Bale. It's on his right. Hangs it up for Ronaldo.
Oh, my God.
Settles. Shoots. Scores!
Cristiano again! And he vaporizes the defenders. A beautiful setup from Gareth Bale, and finally the divine connection occurs. Right here, Cristiano has chromosomes buzzing about in his body that belong to a Bengal tiger. Once he gets the service, a wonderful run by Carvajal. Passe plays it out, the wonderful rainbow pass. Cristiano's got a lot of decisions to make, and he does it brilliantly. Superlative again. And Cristiano, more sparky than a downed power line here. No angle. He goes through the wickets, through the legs of Claudio Bravo for what certainly looks like the match winner now. But time on the clock still.